and she goes to Coney Island, and she does what cats do. She starts to poop on the beach. Hi, I'm Marie Faustin, and this is my dope-ass movie pitch about a magic giant cat. We're painting over the city, and then we land on this mousy protagonist. Her name is Peanut. So Peanut is having a bad day. She went to get cereal, there's no milk, she spilled coffee on her blouse, it's raining, her umbrella had a hole in it. She's having a bad day. She has to go to the elevator, and her hot, nerdy neighbor is on the elevator. He looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Black Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and she is in love with him, but she's too scared to say something to him. He'll say like, what a beautiful day it was, and she's having a terrible day. There's like a cloud over her head, and it's like raining only on her. She says something anyway, something dumb. Yeah, that's what Tuesdays are. They're not Mondays. And he'll be like, cool. She's really smart, but she's really awkward, and he says to her, well, maybe we can catch a sunset together sometime. She turns all red, like a robot, just like short circuits, and like you see like steam come out of her joints and stuff. So she's embarrassed, and she like runs out of the building. She runs through the park, and she happens upon like a little hot dog stand, but there's like automatic doors. The merchant is Jason Momoa. Everything in the store is cat themed. There's cat pillows, cactus, there's cat everything. And he's got like some cats. All the other kittens run up to her, and they're looking at her. But there's one cat in the back that like looks over and ignores her. And in that moment where the cat makes eye contact with her, Peanut is like, oh my God, I should be more like this cat. This cat doesn't care about what people think about this cat. Confident cat. Jason Momoa is like, you can be like that. That cat is magic. She's like, hey. And he's like, yeah, you got tears. I'll give you a discount. This cat is going to turn you into what you want to be. And she's like, okay, whatever. And so she's going home with her cat. She names him Butters. So now she's a cat. Quick montage of them doing cat things together. There's yarn, warm laundry basket, a cup of milk, lots of cuddles. And the montage comes to a screeching halt when we see Butters on the table. And she makes direct eye contact with Peanut, and she starts to slide the glass off the table. And then she doubles in size. Every time the cat does something bad, it gets bigger. So that's scratching the couch up, that's knocking things down, putting her cat butt in front of Peanut's face. So eventually the cat gets so big, she breaks the bed. Then she breaks through the floor, and then she falls out the window, and she lands in the street. So this huge cat is in the street, where she causes a 10-car pileup. The cat gets bigger. She's hitting cars. She uses Madison Square Garden as a box. You know, cats love boxes. They just like put their big cat bodies in a tiny, tiny box. And she goes to Coney Island, and she does what cats do. She starts to poop on the beach. The mayor declares a state of emergency in New York. Peanut is freaking out, and she runs to Black Joseph Gordon-Levitt's house, and she finds out that he is a size scientist, a sizeologist. And he's like,
I'm gonna help you figure this out.
Big romantic moment. It's very hot. They are about to kiss, but they don't because something explodes in the background because the cat sat on a power cable. So this cat is going around the city doing all this crazy stuff. She's knocking helicopters out of the sky. There's a bank robbery happening, and the cat sits on the getaway car and shrinks a little bit. Our size scientist notices that the cat shrinks, and he says, oh my God, every time this cat does something nice, maybe it'll shrink the same way that it grows when it's mean. So Peanut starts an Instagram, and she starts to go viral because she's this giant cat lady. She says, hey, to my followers. Butters likes claps. We have to reinforce her being good. Butters like lets a bunch of ducks cross the street so they don't get hit by a car, and she shrinks. And everybody's standing there like clapping, and woo, like whistling. And then she stops a lady from getting mugged. People clap. She's shrinking and shrinking, and they put a collar on her that keeps her from getting too big. And now our cat is normal sized again. Peanut doesn't have that job anymore. She's got this like crazy cool Instagram, and she becomes a cat journalist. She's like Cat Oprah, and that's how she gets her happily ever after. They do go on the roof one day to catch a sunrise, and they're up there on the roof, and Butters' fat ass stands right in front of the sun, and she doubles in size, and they're like, Butters! And then that's the movie.